hello and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card, I just wanted to let you know about my other channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings for you guys over there 3 days a week. So check it out if you'd like. Link for that is in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out what you can expect for the summer of 2021. How are we already at the summer of 2021? I have no idea, but here we are. And to kick off summer 2021, we're going to be doing another two-part reading. So not only are we going to be choosing our piles, we also have 3 other selections where we are incorporating the story cubes and also some charms, a little ASMR. So if you're new to pick a card readings or my two-part readings, just hang on, I'll let you know what to do. So go ahead and close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, 2, or 3, and also options A, B, or C. So you can mix and match this however you want. You can choose more than one pile or more than one option, but at least choose one pile and one option. So you can choose more than 2, but kind of just to get a baseline of what you can expect this summer. One pile and one option would be sufficient unless you're called to more. And once you've selected your piles and your options, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please, please, please remember these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates for you in your situation and leave the rest behind. If you'd like a more tailored to you reading, you can always book a private session with me by emailing me here at amanda@donephotodesign.com for all the information and pricing on that. So without delaying this any further, let's give you a moment to meditate on your cards and options, and I will see you over at your reading. All right, awesome pile ones. Let's go ahead and find out what you can expect this summer. And as always with my pick a cards, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot and then get additional guidance from the oracle. So we've got here the Ace of Wands. This was sort of your kind of hidden, half not cover option. So this is what you chose. And then we also have here the Six of Swords and the High Priestess. Wow, this is some neat stuff. So I'm seeing a lot of inspiration, and I'm really almost viewing this Ace of Wands here as you, your energy, your fire, your inspiration, how everyone just wants a little piece of that, a little something of what you have to offer. And this is going to be very important for you to know who is meant to be in your energy field and who is not, because this can make or break your summer is what I'm hearing, as far as you feeling in your own power or feeling very drained or drugged down by other people. So you are feeling inspired, and as a result, you are giving off what you're feeling. So you are inspiring other people as well. But there may come a point where some of you are actually moving or leaving behind a situation, but this isn't like you're leaving it because, oh, this is toxic, I'm out of here. Some of you it could be, but for the most part, this is some like a goal or desire or a direction you guys are moving toward that feels really good and exciting and supportive. And I'm seeing this break of the sun coming through the clouds here, and to me that's the destination. That's highlighting the destination. Some of you may not even know where this destination is. You just know you want to change in your life. You're ready to maybe go on a vacation or a trip or something that's just new and exciting to you, maybe even trying out a new hobby or something. And because I call the Six of Swords my internet card, this could be you going online and going on YouTube or Skillshare or somewhere to learn something, and also going online on social media and really interacting with a lot of people, maybe meeting new people, especially like-minded people, or just having some sort of platform, if you have one, social media or otherwise, where you're really gaining a big following over these summer months, or during these summer months, you're going to see so much more growth than you had been all the rest of, like, since last summer. It's going to just like triple itself. It's really cool energy. But putting in also this wonderful High Priestess energy, it's like you are finding those hidden gems within yourself. Some of you are going to have to, you know, again, kind of tempering. Am I spending too much of my energy being extroverted? Should I be a little more introverted? I think most of you are wanting to I'm seeing like an extroverted introvert. Like you have your little spurts where you want to go out and really spend time with friends, family, go on vacations, go explore and just do things. And then I'm seeing another major part of your life you just want to spend alone, learning, introspecting, journaling, really devoted to your own spiritual practice or a hobby or just something that makes you feel good. But sometimes other people's energy are interfering in your fun alone time or your really introspective alone time. So again, you might have to really communicate the boundaries you have surrounding maybe I can only hang out once a week, not 3 or 4 times a week like my friends want to, or you know, if my family wants to get together for dinner, I can't do it every week, but maybe every other week. You know, you're gonna have to be the one to communicate your boundaries, because people will just assume, hey, I'm up for this, so you must be up for it too. But also with this High Priestess, I'm really seeing in here this pearl or this moon. To me, it looks more like a full moon, like hidden there in that beautiful shell. So it's almost like you guys are going within and tapping into deeper and these are natural spiritual gifts that you have, but you're just going deeper with them. You are connecting closer to crossed over loved ones. You are connecting better to your guides, your angels, and your own higher self. You're just knowing more of your soul path and your purpose. And this is really exciting because you're going to feel inspired through that. And as a result, you're going to kind of want to shout it from the rooftops or kind of be this big light in people's lives without even meaning to or, you know, really trying to. It's just you shining your light so bright because you're so excited about something. This could even be a creative project that you are, or a business idea that you're looking to basically plant the seed and watch it grow over the summer and then in the coming months and years as a result as well. But you're getting other people kind of on your excitement bandwagon here, maybe even excited about the project you are doing, especially if you have a big following and people are really excited to see what you put out in the world. But even just inspiring others to go after their own project, their own dream, their own goal. All right, let's get into the oracle cards and see what else is ahead for you. Wow, this is so cool. So not only do you have the Lady Gaga card, you also have Iggy Pop. But what I'm seeing here in this Lady Gaga card, you know, she is an artist that is not afraid to try new things, to really shine her light and step out of the crowd. And again, I love how this all lines up. You know, I was viewing you as this Ace of Wands that everybody just wants a little piece of. It's almost like Lady Gaga at her concerts. I'm sure everybody just wants to have like a sit-down conversation with her, because she seems like such an interesting person. But it says here, turn bad romance into good business. So this is really taking the things that didn't work out or those shadow aspects of yourself and alchemizing these into things that will actually work for you. And I'm really honing in on the words here, good business. So some of you really are interested in a side hustle or creating a business or expanding a current business that you're already in, or maybe things are just really exciting in your career and or you're changing careers, jobs, having new opportunities. It feels really good, and as a result you're probably bringing in more financial abundance, because like attracts like. If you're excited about something, it's going to flow much more easy for you than if you're at a job grinding and you can't stand it and it's hard to make a dime. So then we have here, exaggerate your contradictions. So this is a bit of a mind bender, so really feel, what does that mean for you? Exaggerate your contradictions. This is like really highlighting the things that maybe are contradictory to you. Exaggerate them, highlight them, really show them off, because these are the things that make you unique. These are, you know, a lot of times our mistakes, our flaws, our imperfections, these are the things that make us amazing and unique. And it's, you know, instead of really just letting those things bring you down, you're actually highlighting these things and really showing the world that I'm not afraid to shine and be who I am and show these flaws, or, you know, the things that maybe not as widely accepted as the mainstream whatever. But then it says here, become the star you were born to be. Yes, you are shining that authentic light. You are that authentic light, and you are inspiring others as a result. It's very beautiful. But also, just whatever goals, dreams, desires, wishes you have, now is the time to take action in that direction. Especially those of you who have been a little road weary or put something on a back burner, now is the time to pick it back up. It is no better time than right now. Even if you still don't feel ready to take that leap of faith or that action toward your dreams, start small, start somewhere, do some sort of action that will take you in that direction, because the universe will line other things up to make this forward momentum gain for you, and I love it. Then with the Iggy Pop card, it says don't waste time growing up. So yes, some of you may be even really tapping into that inner child that I really feel like Lady Gaga exudes this, you know, that playfulness within all of us that, you know, come those tween and teen years, we start to turn that off or kind of dull it or shove it in a closet, you know, however you want to take that. But a lot of people have a really hard time tapping back into that once they've shoved it away and denied it. And again, that could be part of that contradiction. Don't waste time growing up. Really feel into that inner child and let that inner child kind of lead the way, especially in any creative project or business endeavor, because stepping out of the box is kind of going to become the new norm coming up in these next few years, because technology is taking off and new ways of operating in this world are, you know, always advancing. It's that very Aquarian energy. And currently, I think in Western astrology as well, but at least in Vedic astrology, I know Jupiter is currently in Aquarius, which is all about expanding technology and innovative ways of thinking. So you guys really are taking to the streets this innovative way of thinking. It says also here, turn rejection into an art form. So the whole rejection thing, it's like that's a door slammed in your face, but really a lot of times rejection is a protection. Rejection is a protection is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Spirit protecting you and guiding you in a different way. A door that you have to bang on or really wrench to try to get open is probably not an avenue that's meant for you. If you know that it's meant for you, but it's just not happening now, just know maybe there's an element of divine timing that maybe eventually that door will open, or you will find the key to that door, or somehow, some way that opening of that door will become much smoother. So turn your rejection into an art form. Use that rejection to fuel the fire for what it is you're going after. Also, if you want inspiration, you have to sneak up on it and catch it unawares. Yes, you are that inspiration, but a lot of times people they sit around waiting for that inspiration to come to them. But you have to sometimes go out and seek it. Or, you know, if you feel unmotivated, they say the best thing you can do is just take a step. Just do one thing that will take you in the direction of motivation. And as a result of you seeing, you know, one little thing ticked off that to-do list, that really starts to fuel that fire or act as coal in that fire of your motivation, of your ambition. So sneak up on that inspiration. If you're not feeling it, especially, sneak up on it by just taking action in the direction of what it is you're trying to do, and that inspiration will ignite along the way for you. So then here we have the attraction card with the number 44, master number. You have support of your guides, angels, crossover loved ones, your own higher self, the universe, and also other people in your life. You have people you can lean on in those times of need or worry. But again, there might be times where you need to pull your energy back to really, I see you guys really wanting to bring something really big and amazing online in this world. And you can't do it if you're constantly being taxed by other people's energy, or giving your energy away, or, you know, wasting time doing things that really aren't serving your highest good. Of course, sometimes we need to, quote unquote, waste time doing nothing, because that fuels and refills that well that we have that sometimes goes dry if we're too busy, too gung-ho on our goals. But just knowing that your beautiful vibration of love, excitement, inspiration, peace, calm, determination, all these things mixed together, this is going to attract you those opportunities to make these dreams a reality, is what I'm hearing. So then here you have the assessing card here with the number 9, so completion. Maybe some of you are kind of assessing where you have been, where you are, and where you want to go, kind of doing a bit of a mini life review, kind of taking stock in or inventory of where am I now, where have I been, where do I want to go. Sometimes this really helps you realize, wow, I've actually come quite a ways on this journey, or on this project, or on this goal. I'm farther along than I thought. Some of you may kind of go the opposite way, like, wow, I have so much left to do. But still, look at what you've accomplished and know that you've at least accomplished something, because that will help you, again, sneak up on that inspiration and really fuel that momentum that you need to keep on going. So then here we have the channel card. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Absolutely. And I really was drawn to this sunlight breaking through the clouds here. To me, that is your energy And this is the crowd or the other people. And again, this is you, this is the crowd and other people. You just are on display. Whether you know it or not, you are a healing light for other people. You are a channel through which the divine really likes to showcase itself. So even if you don't feel very spiritual or divine in any way, just your vibration, just subconsciously, people pick up on how bright you shine, how amazing you are. Even if you're like, try to be a hermit and an introvert, you still may get people staring at you. They don't understand, maybe even a lot of times, why they're attracted to you or your energy or your field, but they are, and they, you know, they'll stare, or they will just want to stand near you. And again, this is not on a conscious level that they're understanding anything about this. This is all subconscious. But you are helping awaken that healing within others as well. So also you have the courage card. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. So yes, going after what it is you guys want to accomplish and do this summer is going to take courage. You can't, Spirit's now showing me, you can't do what you've always done and expect to get something new. Because when you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always got. So you got to step out of that comfort zone a little bit. Maybe step into your North Node energy. Some of you may even have North Node in Leo, or prominent placements within Leo, or some sort of aspect to your house of Leo going on right now that is triggering this courage within you. Or even the 5th house. 3rd house also deals with courage. So Gemini and Leo are 2 signs I associate with courage. And this is a timeless reading, so I probably won't talk about the current transits, but you can look into, whenever it is you're watching this, the current transits, anything dealing with Gemini or Leo, or your own North Node. What's going on there? What's going on in your house of Leo, in your natal chart, transits, all of that. Go ahead, do your own little homework and research, but you guys are needing some courage to live your life fearlessly, and sometimes standing out from that crowd takes immense courage. And once you do it once, and then a second time, and then a third time, it just gets more comfortable being out of your quote-unquote comfort zone. So I hope this message resonated, but don't forget, you have a second part to this reading, options A, B, or C. So go ahead and find the timestamp for the one of those you selected, and I will see you over there. All right, group 2, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the summer 2021. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. First and foremost, we have here the Page of Cups, the Fool, and the 2 of Pentacles. So wow, we're going to start right here in the middle with this Page of Cups. This is someone who is very inspired, much like group 1. It was all about that inspiration, but this, you are inspired to take a new direction, take a leap of faith in something that maybe you have thought about for years, or maybe even since childhood. You're finally ready to take the leap, or this could be something that's recently come across your radar that you're like, man, I want to try that, or I want to go there, I want to do that thing. Now's the time to do it. And using your intuition, especially this Page of Cups, is a very intuitive page. So it's kind of a lower octave of that Queen of Cups, which is very intuitive, very tapped in and enhanced intuition. But it's like you guys are getting little hits or downloads of, this would be fun, we should try this. And that is your actual intuition and your guides, angels, crossover loved ones, your own higher self talking to you and speaking to you through your own thoughts, through synchronicities of maybe hearing the same place mentioned on a commercial, or the same opportunity talked about, or you scrolling through social media and you see something about, you know, they say once could be just a one-off, literally. Twice, I mean, you could say coincidence. I personally don't believe in coincidence, but by that 3rd time this thing comes across your awareness, that should be like a screaming green light for you to say, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. Spirit's trying to get your attention. Listen up. So really listen to those intuitions, especially things that come in 3 or more times that you're like, okay, I will just listen and do whatever this thing is saying. Of course, check in with your intuition to make sure it's right for you. So with the Fool, this is you taking that leap of faith. But because remember, we have a page here, which is kind of a more childlike or immature energy. Same with the Fool, childlike or immature energy. You yourself may be feeling more carefree and childlike, but also just making sure that you're not, because with the 2 of Pentacles here, the balance is very precarious of things in your life. So make sure you're not spending too much time out playing and, you know, examining your vices and doing all of that. Make sure you're still taking time for self-care, taking time to accomplish the things you know you need to do, and not playing too hard. I know, it's summer, that's what we do. Of course, make sure you're balancing out how much time you're playing, how much time you're resting, how much time you're working. If you can make a nice 3-part balance of all of these areas of life, you're gonna be just fine. But some of you might have this just want to blow off work and just hang out with friends, go get drinks, go to the beach, you know, all the summer things that we think of stereotypically, or even not so stereotypically. I know in my early 20s, like, I just wanted to hang out with friends. I had no wish or dream or desire to be slaving away at a job somewhere. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to hang out with my friends. If this is like a gap year for you and you've actually put the intention to do that, then this is letting you know you're going to succeed wholeheartedly. But if some of you need to accomplish things, save some money, do some stuff, just make sure you're not spending too much time out there playing. But again, don't be making it so that you're not playing at all, because that is so needed. That energy is ripe for you to be able to play and explore and have some fun. So just keep it balanced, you know, use your intuition to know how much is enough, how much is too much, how much is not enough, because you guys really do run the gamut. There are some of you, I'm seeing some of you that are taking a year off of work or school or some sort of gap year where you're just gonna explore the world, explore your life, and just see what happens. And you should not take the advice to not do that. So take this pile as it resonates, group 2. All right, let's get into your oracle cards. Okay, so we're gonna start right here with Kendrick Lamar, and it's really interesting because I actually saw group 1, the cover card they had was the Ace of Wands, and I saw them as the Ace of Wands. I'm getting much the same energy with you because look here, his crown, his head is on fire, like he is that Ace of Wands himself. We've got Dreamer written here on his jacket or hoodie, so again, pairing that up with the Page of Cups, the ultimate dreamer. I love this. So this is saying, yes, allow yourself that time to play and dream and grow and explore. Absolutely allow yourself time to do that. Become the cure, not the symptom. So this is you breaking out of the mainstream and not going with the flow of what everyone else is doing. You don't want to just be another cog in the machine. You want to be someone that's doing your own thing and living your authentic light and being who you are on a soul level rather than just being a cog in a machine. And that might be why some of you are just really resisting having to go to some dead-end job or, you know, spend time with people you don't like, you know, however it resonates. Some of you may have a really awesome job that you love going to. So if that part doesn't resonate, don't take it. But there just may be certain things in your life that are really highlighted this summer that you know are not for you anymore, and you're going to start taking steps to remove your energy from that or from these people, stop hanging out with certain people or going to certain places that drain your energy. You're just really feeling into it. Don't demand respect, command it. This is not you going around, you know, I think I might have said this last time we drew this card, but you know, think of a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't rush out into the harbor and beg the ships or demand that those ships come in and follow their light. They just stand on the shore and shine that light, and they command presence just by being who they are. So I'm seeing you almost as this lighthouse. And of course, again, going back to the flame on the head here, I mean, this light is shining very brightly. So you don't even have to do anything to get respect. You're just commanding it by being who you are on an authentic level. If you are trying to be someone else or to dim your light or to, you know, just be something you're not, that light won't shine as brightly. So be your true authentic self. Be that dreamer. Be that one who inspires others because you are that person. So then it says here, you can be broke without being broken. And some of you kind of going back to that gap year or taking time off to really find yourself. Just know you can, you know, really be living on that tight budget and not be broken. Some of the happiest people I've ever met were people who were between jobs and barely had enough money for their next meal, but they were free. They were out exploring the world, traveling, just really making friends everywhere they went and just not worrying about, oh, I need another job, because they figured, you know, if I get real down and out, I can go to a temp agency, sign up, get a job that day, and within a week I've got a paycheck in my hand. So, you know, just living your life from this place of, you know, just inspiration and not fear. Just not fear, because you can be broke without being broken. Then we have here the Ludwig van Beethoven card. So a wrong note is insignificant, but playing without passion is inexcusable. So you can make mistakes along the way this summer as you're really just going about your day, trying to figure out who am I, what's meant for me. You know, just this is a very dreamer energy, very visionary energy where even if you're not embodying all of these dreams, wishes, goals, and desires that you have, you're keeping that line open for that to become a possibility someday. So if you make a little mistake here, a little mistake there, that's insignificant. It does not matter in the long trajectory of the path of life that you're on. But playing without passion is inexcusable. So meaning going through the motions, living your life for other people, living the way you think you need to be, that's inexcusable for you this summer. And especially those of you who are in that job that just drains your life force, or in relationships that drain your life force, or in a living situation that drains your life force, or just not living as your authentic self. This is going to be the time you're undoing all of the, you know, taking all the masks off and removing all of that energy from yourself, and maybe even feeling lost for a little while. But there is some beauty and power in that feeling of loss of an old identity, because now there's a clean slate and everything is possible. So if that resonates, that you just are looking for something totally new, wiping a whole slate clean, then you definitely picked the right pile. But those of you who feel pretty stable in most of your life, but maybe there are just certain areas of your life, habits you want to break, I want to see someone wanting to organize their home, or you know, just get better routines, better habits, a better spiritual practice, more travel, you know, all these things, then this pile definitely still resonates with you, because it's all about getting balance in your life and really removing those things that no longer serve. And this whole time I've been talking, and I hadn't realized we have a balance card here as well. So all about balance, more balance, the need for balance. And you're at the end of one cycle. 19 adds up to 10, which adds up to 1. So you're at the end of one cycle, ready to start something new this summer. And it feels really beautiful. But also, back to this card, destiny is knocking at your door. Wow. I mean, absolutely. With these two cards, Page of Cups mixed with the Fool, if that's not destiny knocking at your door, I don't know what is. I mean, maybe if we also had the Wheel energy here, that would really strengthen that. But speaking of strength, we've got the Strength card. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. And to me, this is that, you know, cosmos really directing and guiding you, is when you take that leap of faith off this cliff. Your guides and angels are there to catch you as you not fall. You're not falling. You're just descending into what it is you're meant here to do. So take that strength and know, using your intuition as your guide, as your compass of strength and courage. We did get the Courage card in group 1, but taking this intuition as your basic guidepost to guide you where the cosmos is trying to guide you for your life path. But stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Something beautiful will come from this. So listen to your intuition. Listen, because it is whispering in your ear or in your gut to take a leap of faith in something in your life, and you will not be disappointed with the outcome of what you're getting from that. I promise you. Take that leap of faith. So then we have here the Resistance card, and this is a card, the 25 here adds up to 7, which is all about that internal resistance. To me, this could also reflect external, because as within, so without. So if you start resisting the call of your soul, where the cosmos is trying to guide you, where your intuition is calling you, when you start resisting that, everything else in your life is going to come to a grinding halt, to where you feel like you have to push so hard to make just the smallest action take place. Or work becomes very difficult. You're dealing with difficult clients, difficult coworkers, because you're resisting the call where your soul is calling you. Or just resistance with certain relationships in your life where it's a struggle to even make small talk conversation because you're just not compatible with someone anymore. This could be a friend, a family member, a significant other for some of you. And that's not to say that this relationship itself is doomed to be over. It's just the way you and this person are operating in a relationship or a situation are doomed to be over if you don't make changes and shift to where the energy is guiding you. Something more playful, something more carefree, something more lighthearted, more inspirational, because that will bring you into a state of balance. So then our last card here is Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. So the more you can be grateful, because here, Page of Cups is a very grateful energy. They're grateful just to be in this world and experiencing all these cool and fun and interesting dynamics. So the more gratitude you can have for your life, for the people in your life, for the things you have that make your life easier. I mean, if you want a heavy dose of gratitude, if you think you have nothing to be grateful for, compare your life to someone in the 1400s and just see how dang privileged and like go with the flow your life is compared to someone who lived in those days, or the Middle Ages. You know, think back what freedom you have compared to someone like that. You have money, you have a full belly, you have options. You don't have to just do what your parents did, or, you know, get married off to someone because that's just how life goes. You have options, you have ability to shape your life any which way you want compared to someone who lived back then. So just knowing you have that freedom, send your own soul that gratitude that, wow, thank you for incarnating in these days so that I don't have to struggle and suffer through maybe some of you did have a past life in that time frame or era where things were much more difficult. You can thank your own soul for signing you up for something much less difficult. Again, we have a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and a lot of depression in our world, but there's still a lot to be grateful for. So I hope this resonated for you for your summer of 2021. But don't forget, there is another part, option A, B, or C. Go ahead and find the timestamp for that option and finish your reading out over there. But I will see you over there. Thank you for hanging out with me. All right, group number 3, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the summer of 2021. And as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot and then get additional guidance from those oracle cards. So what do we have here? We have the Two of Swords, which was your cover selection. We've got the Four of Cups and Justice. I love it. Okay, so to me, this is really reading very straightforward. With the Two of Swords, normally this card is all about having to decide between two options or more than one option. And to me, I am reading these two cards as option A, option B. So, especially because look here, this depiction of this Two of Swords, it appears she is actually blind. If you look in her eyes, they are all completely whited out, like she is blind. So she probably has to rely on this third eye here. We're not in focus. Let me get it focused for you. She probably has to rely on that little white spot there on her forehead, that third eye, much more than someone with full sight and a third eye as well. So she's really leaning on her intuition to choose what is right for her. And to me, with this Four of Cups, you know, this can be you just kind of feeling apathetic about life, feeling stuck even, because look, these 4 cups are just lined out here in the middle of this little rock, in the middle of this river. And you know, there's no bridge to get from one side to another. So you can feel stuck. You can choose to be in this energy. But I feel many of you are breaking out of that because look, this is the higher part of the scale. Like she's thrown it up like, okay, I've made my choice. I'm taking it. And that is this justice on this other side. Especially those of you who have been in this kind of apathetic, kind of boredom, kind of what's the point kind of energy. Look here. You've got justice coming in hot, ready to balance those scales and really get you feeling like life is happening for you rather than life is happening to you. So some of you may be getting a sense of justice this summer as well, where maybe there's a lawsuit that's been pending or a wrong that needs to be righted. It will be righted this summer for you, and you will feel coming out on top as that victor because look, this is coming out on top, the justice. This apathy, this boredom, this oh, ho-hum, who cares, I don't care anymore. This is leaving your life. And this could be leaving your life in that early part. If you really tap into this sense of gratitude and even just really examining your life, really asking those questions and tapping into your intuition. What is meant for me? What am I meant to do? Many of you may even be really seeking your purpose or justice in the world in some way, and that's really giving you this sense of purpose, seeking justice for yourself or for others, or just the way of the world. You feel it's very like just unfair or unbalanced, or just there's this sense of injustice going on in the world for, you know, some of you that chose this pile are really fixated on the injustice. We'll focus on what is going well. Maybe sometimes we have to put these social justice warriors hats on the shelf for a little while and really ask yourself, are these bad things that are going on in the world, are those actually going on in my life? Because yes, it's important to be informed, But if these things aren't actually going on in your own life, maybe take a break from that and put yourself in a little bit of a bubble where you can create and be happy and just focus on your own family, your own projects, your own life for a while, and just kind of put what's going on in the world to bed for a while. Of course, you can always check into the news and examine that as you need to, but just know, me as someone who's an avid, let's take some time off of social media type of person, like where sometimes I will take 1 or 2 months off of Facebook or other social medias just to go into my own bubble, into my own world, and see what is really true for me, because other people's truths may not be my truth. And not to say that I don't have compassion and love for those going through some ish out in the world, because I do. But if I, as that empath, as that highly sensitive empath to boot, were to allow myself to just get so immersed in the injustice in the world, I would literally be ending up in a mental hospital, because it's too much. We can't carry and bear the weight of the world all the time. Maybe sometimes we can tap into that and really feel it and see if there's any difference we can make. But Spirit's showing me the biggest difference you can make to right those scales of justice in this world is to make your life a beautiful, shining example of what it means to be your authentic self, to live in your own truth, live in your own light. And that's what many of you are choosing to do this summer. And you're leaving this kind of apathy or maybe even sense of injustice behind. You're leaving it behind, you're stepping into your power, you're leaving that victim role in the past, and you're stepping into an empowered version of yourself. And again, this keeps coming up in many of my recent readings, but that book, The 4 Agreements, I will put it here, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz is coming up. For those of you who have not read that, or who have read it long ago, maybe revisiting that, or those who haven't read it at all, pick up this book, or go to your library, or try to find it at your Goodwill or local thrift store, or you can go right here on YouTube and find the full audio version of this. There are a lot of ads I've heard. I haven't watched it personally, but my mom did. She said there are a lot of ads, but she did get a lot out of it, and it really did shape and change the way she thought, the way I thought, the way a lot of us think, where we feel like victims. And this will help you, this book. If you are ready for its advice and words of wisdom, this book will help you come out of that victimhood or that judge role where we think we have to judge ourselves, judge others, and harshly. And especially, we judge ourselves more harshly than others. And anytime we make a transgression, it's like we continue to beat ourselves up for that same transgression over and over, where if you were caught, say, shoplifting or something, and you went to jail, you will serve your time, and then when you get out, you will never be charged for that same crime again. But yet, many of us, we make a mistake in life, and then we beat ourselves up for it year after year after year. We're constantly trying and retrying ourselves and punishing ourselves over and over for something we did once. It's time to leave that in the past. Even if it was really bad, you can come to this sense of forgiveness for yourself, and that will really help you get that forward momentum to create the life you really want and to step into this role of empowered person. I see that. I love that. Okay, now let's get into these oracle cards. Wow. Wow, I love this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get further into this reading for you. So you have here the musician John Cage. So it says here, don't fall in love with your first idea. So again, kind of going back to just that like mistake that you made, or thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough, or maybe this will work, but maybe it won't. I'm really feeling like you guys have really kind of gone through the ringer as far as what is meant for you. Who am I on this planet? You may even feel totally out of sync, or like you don't even belong on this planet. Like, I feel like an alien on this planet, and I think it's funny now. Very fitting that I chose like a space theme of stickers for options A, B, and C. But you guys really do feel like my star seeds. Like you feel this sense of injustice in the world, and you want basically what Bob Marley's preaching about here, one love. You want everyone to come together and just know that we are all sparks of that divine having a human experience, and not so separated as we like to think we are. But with this sentiment here, surrender to chance. Surrender. I love that word here, especially my river analogy I use in a lot of my readings. Not clinging so desperately to this rock and then trying to swim up the current, up the river. you're letting go, you're surrendering to the river and letting it flow where life will take you. And a lot of times when we allow, and flow with what is rather than trying to resist against it, we come into our path. We come into the flow of life and the reason we are here, our purpose. So surrender to chance, surrender to your intuition is also what I'm hearing. All great art contains at its center contemplation. So yes, you may be doing a lot of contemplation. I think that Two of Swords is like the ultimate contemplation card. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do this? Do I do that? Don't get so stuck in it though. Remember, don't fall in love with your first idea as far as this contemplation, but you really do need to contemplate, especially those of you who have felt stuck or stagnant for a very long time. Contemplate, what are your other options? What other things could you do? Again, I did say this, I think in pile 2. If you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always got. So that's basically to say you need to jump out of your comfort zone and do something you've never done before, or try something you've never tried before, experience something you've never experienced before, to bring you out of that stagnant pool of water and get you into this flow of river of life. I love that. And then with Bob Marley, it says, a small axe can fell the tallest tree. Yes. So again, going back to that, what's the point? I don't know. Where do I go? Where do I turn? Doing a bit of a mini life review will really help you get your bearings and to figure out, well, what is my next step? And then, your next step would be one axe chop, and then another axe chop, and then another, until you're falling that tree. And again, I don't like that analogy because I don't like having to cut down trees, because I think trees are amazing and beautiful and ancient consciousness. And but take this analogy whatever way, it's a fitting analogy, but we don't want to be chopping down poor trees. But last time we got this card, my neighbor literally was chopping down their very old pine tree at the very same time I was doing the reading, and I was a little sad. I got a little choked up about it. I'm not gonna do that this time because it's not needed right now. But again, maybe there's that sense of injustice here that you just feel like, what's the point of cutting that beautiful tree down? It's not even hurting anything. There's no danger or threat of this thing falling on your house. What are you doing? But just basically, we're taking this a whole new way, that even a small action will get you on your goal, will get you to your ultimate goal, because it's not about the goal itself, it's about the journey of life anyway. So then here we have the trust card with the number 32. So number 5, 32 adds up to 5. Big changes coming, but as a result, some of you may be in conflict with people around you this summer. These beautiful changes you're trying to make to step out of this apathy might threaten other people around you. Even those who know or want the best for you. They want the best for you, and you think they want the best for you. But them seeing you change is a little threatening, just because you're not the same old. You are trying something new, stepping out of that comfort zone. And sometimes that might threaten other people, but don't let them keep you held back where you were, because it's triggering them in some way. Trust your own dang intuition more than anything over these next couple of summer months here of 2021, because oh my goodness, you also have the intuition card. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek. So just you intuitively selecting this pile has led you to realize your intuition's on point, because you chose this pile. So if you chose this pile and you're hearing right now, and you have been doubting your intuition or thinking, oh, maybe I'm not that intuitive, or maybe you've been doing some of my intuition exercises and not doing so well on some of them, guess what? Your intuition for the things that matter in your life, it's on point. So do not doubt that. Trust. You've got the word trust twice. Trust and trust your intuition. And the fact she's blind and we're really honing in on that intuition to begin with, boom, mic drop. Trust your inner voice, your inner guidance system, because look, you also have guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by the masters and teachers of the highest realms. That intuition is, oh man, major chills on my crown chakra now. Woo! It's coming in hot. Spirit is all around you, especially those of you fighting some sort of justice or injustice in your life. You have a legal team of spirit, backup team of spirit that is like crowding in my little office here and out the door. Like so many people on the other side, crossover loved ones, your guides, your angels, your own higher self, ascended masters, beings, archangels are just enfolding you in their light and love, and knowing or wanting you to know that this intuition that you have is them giving you the guidance for that next step on your path, next step on your path, next step on your path. And you're going to be just fine if you follow your intuition. Even if in that moment it's a little precarious and a little scary, like, I can't let go of this rock, I'm going to go down the river. What if, what if, what if? Breathe. Spirit's like, breathe, Amanda. Breathe, Amanda. I'm breathing. And you're breathing. You're going to get through this too. I'm getting a little worked up because I'm feeling into this energy, especially those of you who have been maybe in some resistance or just feeling this overwhelming sense of injustice in your own life. And I just want to give you guys a big hug that there are big changes coming if, and only if, you trust your intuition. You take the leap of faith in the direction of your intuition, because this intuition, again, is guidance from your spirit team. And you've got this. They've got you, and you've got this, okay? Just know that. You've got it. But this is so transformational already. This summer, you are creating a whole new version of yourself. Look at this. Wow, look at this. And again, all great art contains at its center contemplation. What is this person doing? Let me really get up on here so you can see. She is not nose to the grindstone, working. She is contemplating. She's contemplating what's possible, especially maybe even figuring out some limiting beliefs. Again, reading that 4 agreements will really point out where your limiting beliefs about yourself, about opportunities, about the world are concerned. You can identify these limiting beliefs you have about things and then conquer them. And then realize that that little box, see, she's sitting on this box here, it looks like. I don't know if I can show it again. Might be hard to see with my lighting situation, I apologize, but she's sitting on a little wooden box. To me, it feels like she once put herself in this box, but now she's sitting on top of it and looking at the expanse of all that is possible out there, out of that box. She has conquered that box, and now she's ready for that next step. And then here we've got blueprints, or some sort of map. To me, it looks like blueprints of some sort. Very complicated and complex blueprints. I'm reading this now as your soul contract. What it is you're here to do is so much bigger than you've ever imagined. Even your biggest dreams that you've had, the reason for you incarnating is even bigger than that. And it has to do with the amount of light that you can shine on this planet, the amount of healing you can bring to this planet, the amount of justice you can bring to this planet. And even those of you who've been on a spiritual path for a very long time, I'm getting really dizzy right now. Holy cow. Wow, you guys really have some amazing energy. I've not been affected by any of the other piles the way you guys have affected me. Let me just put it that way. But, whew, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But, where was I going, Spirit? You got me real dizzy and it took me out of what you were trying to show me. I think I was basically on this whole thing about you just... Yes, that's right. So even those of you who've been on a spiritual path for a very long time, dizzy again, Spirit, I'm trying to hold my thought. I'm trying so hard. You keep making me dizzy. Woo! Even those of you who've been on this path a long time, it's like you're having a whole other level up, like beyond what you even thought would be possible for you spiritually. This could just be having to do with a major shift in consciousness that is really raising your vibration and taking you out of all that stagnancy and into this sense of justice. Finally, I'm living the life and able to live the life I want because my consciousness has raised enough. Those of you just starting out on a spiritual path, you're going to get epiphany after epiphany after epiphany because you are creating, you are weaving this web of your life as we speak. So these old directions you've gone, you don't have to continue in that energy. I'm seeing some of you, that web of creation that you created, you've almost been a little bit stuck in it at times, or you've tied yourself into a corner or something, or you're stuck. And now I'm seeing up here this web, or this spider, because I'm talking about a web. I'm like, maybe you've been trapped into a corner by this creepy spider, and this creepy spider could be the injustice in the world. You felt trapped in a corner, but now you are not only breaking out of that web of creation of quote-unquote the matrix, the third dimensional construct of what's going on this planet, you're breaking out of it and creating something new. Boom, mic drop. Once again, 2 mic drops in one reading. My pile 3s are powerful people. If you've chosen pile 3, please put a sun emoji if at all possible, or write the word sun. I am the sun. You have so much power, you guys. Okay, go off to your option A, B, C. I will stop wasting your time here. I love you guys. I'll see you over there. All right, my wonderful option A. Welcome to the rest of your reading. We're gonna go ahead and get a couple of our story cubes and a couple of our charms. in on the action now. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we've got a cactus and we've got a guy dropping a ball. I hope we can see those. So let's get a couple charms also for what you can expect for the summer 2021. Okay, what do we have? Let's get this all lined out so we know what we've got for your reading. Okay. Interesting energy we've got coming in here. So, first and foremost, we have a cactus with some prickles on it. So to me, this could be you maybe taking a trip to the desert or bringing home some plant babies. You know, you can really interpret this many different ways, but also just heat wave. I'm picking up major heat waves. So wherever you're at, you just may be feeling really hot or stifled a little bit with the heat. So do things to keep yourself comfortable. Wet a wash rag and wear it around your neck or something to keep yourself cool and just, you know, not get yourself heat stroke or sunstroke or anything like that. Be really mindful and careful of just being out in the hot temps. Some of you that have chose this already know that you don't do well in the extreme heat, so just you already are very cautious and precautious about what you're doing. But for some of you, this could just be, I'm seeing a trip to a really remote area or a deserted area even, where you are spending some time. So then with this guy dropping the ball, to me, you can take this as, oh, I dropped the ball. So this is just saying, especially at work or just in making promises, make sure you're not overextending yourself or promising more than you can actually deliver on so you don't quote unquote drop the ball. But I'm also seeing this another way, just to be more playful. Allow yourself time to get out and play and explore, maybe out in nature, but again, making sure you're bringing enough water for the day, especially those really hot days. Make sure you have more water than you ever thought you could need. Where you're going, make sure, because we have the skull and crossbones here. So this is saying there may be a situation coming up this summer that's just not for you or very toxic to you. For some of you, this could be a food you're eating, a substance or a chemical that comes into your body through medicine, or just maybe even family members of yours that have been poisoned, or there's some sort of toxicity in your life. You could even take this more like energetically, like toxic energy. But then for some of you, I'm also reading this as just like EMF frequencies or radiation coming from electronics, and it's just a little too much for your body. So getting out in nature would be a good way to combat that, those positive ions that come off of our electronics. Get out in nature. Nature is a beautiful medicine for all of us. So then we have here this beautiful pink butterfly. So you are transforming something in your life, and the color pink is associated with that heart chakra. So there's something coming up this summer where you're going to be able to transform and heal from a past heartbreak or a heartbreak that's going on this summer of some sort. You're going to be able to get through it and heal it because it is a very beautiful bubblegum pink color. And I really do hope we can see these. I might have to zoom in. I didn't even think of that. I'm actually going to put the horse somewhere where we can see him a little bit better. Maybe this is more supportive of what we need to see. I'll probably zoom in. But yes, this pink butterfly, you're transforming something to do with love, self-love, unconditional love. There's a transformation taking place. And also we have this fleur-de-lis. I don't even ever know if I'm saying that right. Fleur-de-lis, I don't know. I'm not very good at French. But what I'm seeing with this is you just taking your authenticity back to the streets. You are stepping into that more royal version of you. I do believe, I did pull this recently in a charm reading and didn't know what it meant. I had to guess, and I was pretty on target. I was kind of shocked with myself that I guessed pretty correctly, but I think it is associated with French royalty, if I remember correctly. But this is just you stepping into your own sense of royalty, because yes, we are all fractals of Source or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. And we all deserve to shine our true authentic light. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Option A for summer 2021. I really hope this resonated for you. You will have to let me know below what you thought, what combination of 1, 2, 3, A, B, and C that you selected, and if it resonated, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my new live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live for you 3 days a week doing readings over there. Link for that channel is in the description. All right, bye. All right, for those of you who chose option 2, let's figure out what's coming for you. Summer 2021. We're going to start with our story cubes. Okay, we have a pill and we have an eye. Ooh. Let's get a couple of charms as well. All right. So we've got here a music note, a blue music note, so that is associated with that throat chakra. We've got a moon with a crown and a wing. We've got a mermaid facing away from the situation and a peace sign. Wow. And I'm already kind of pairing these two up with each other, kind of like that. With this pill story cube, I'm seeing the fact that maybe, and the eye, I'm seeing the fact that maybe some of your eyes have been open to the effects of something you've been using to medicate yourself. You don't have to take this literally as a medication. This could be vices you have, habits that you have. Your eyes are opening to something that's no longer serving your highest good. It's not a good medicine anymore. It has turned toxic or is just not serving your evolution, your growth this summer. So some of you may be looking into more natural remedies for something that has occurred in your life, or even just people you know in your life. There's this element of needing to get more natural with everything we're doing, not just our medicines, but our food, our water, getting out in nature more, spending less time around our electronics and devices. This came up also in reading option A. So I think this is a collective energy going on this summer. So get out in nature, don't spend so much time bombarded with EMF frequencies or staying up too late and not taking care of yourself. This is a self-care summer is what I just heard for you guys. Take good care of yourself. Of course, indulge once in a while if you feel the prerogative to do so, but make sure you're taking the best care of yourself and those around you that you can. So then here we have the mermaid turning her back on something, and mermaids are associated with the ocean, the siren energy of leading ships out into dangerous waters and stuff like that. But you're bringing peace to anything. You may be turning your back on someone, not like you're abandoning them, but you're turning your back on energies and things and habits and toxicities in your life that just are not serving your calm, your happiness, your peace. You're turning your back on it and you're coming back to center. You're saying no to the things that insult your soul is what I just heard. So you're turning your back on things that are not for your highest good. So then with this blue music note, this is all about you singing and speaking your authentic truth. Those of you who are not singers or you just like to sing in the car, this could just be a very therapeutic thing for you to do, just to connect with your own throat chakras by singing, by doing mantras, saying affirmations out loud, singing. I mean, these all go together, but speaking your truth, singing, using that throat chakra, utilizing it, exercising it, because to me, singing is a form of throat chakra exercise. So even doing scales like do, re, mi, and all of that, or, just singing scales can really help open and unblock anything going on in that throat chakra. And those of you who are dealing with throat ailments, because again, we've got the medicine here. So if you have any kind of throat ailment or illness, going to natural remedies is going to be your best bet. But your eyes have been opened, again, going back to this eye-opening thing. Your eyes have been open to a situation in your life that is going to help you know what is meant for you, what is not, what you can turn your back on, the remedies that you can take to combat the negative stuff in your life. And again, a remedy doesn't always have to be a pill. It can just be you removing your energy from somewhere or someone, or walking away from a situation. But then with this moon here, it's wearing a crown and a wing. So to me, this is really saying your intuition is on point. You are stepping into this more royal and authentic soul version of yourself. through using your intuition to take steps to lead you in a direction that is healthier and happier for your soul. And you are gaining those wings. These wings are your support team, your guides, angels, crossover loved ones, your own higher self stepping in and coming more online to really align you with what is meant for you and who is meant for you and the situations that are meant for you. So trusting your intuition is going to be key for you this summer. So I hope that resonated for you, option B. You will have to let me know below what you thought, what combination you selected, how it made you feel, any stories you want to share, insights. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings over there 3 days a week. Link for that channel is in the description. All right, bye. All right, for those of you who selected option C, let's get into your reading. So we're going to start with our story cubes. What can you expect summer 2021? We've got a ball that is bouncing and a map. Ooh, I love this. I love this so much. I'm actually going to put it like this. So I'm reading this as you planning a trip and then taking action on it. So some of you may be going on a trip or a vacation or a holiday of some sort. And also we've got here X marks the spot. So some of you really are tapping even into like a buried treasure. And to me, this feels like something buried within yourself, within your own soul, something, a little Easter egg within your own divinity that you are discovering. And not only are you discovering this thing or this talent or this hidden gift about yourself, could be spiritual, could be a talent, could be just you having this sense of knowing and not knowing why you know what you know, but you know it. But you are taking action in that direction or using this now uncharted and uncovered thing about yourself and really moving forward. And this is bouncing very quickly. So something might be moving forward for you very quickly this summer. Something even that felt very stuck or something that wasn't even on your radar at the beginning of summer. By the end of summer, is you're just going to be in a whole other environment, at least energetically, but if not physically, like maybe a different job, a different home, a different location. If the location and the physical stuff doesn't resonate, at least on the very least, it's an energetic shift within you. But as within, so without. So that might be correlating. So let's get into some charms. Okay, we got 3. We did get 4 with everyone else, so I do want to grab 1 more for you guys, just to make it even. Okay. And what do we have? We've got a little paw print and a little dolphin and a tree and a flower. Everything here is very natural, of the natural world, animals and plants, flora and fauna. So getting out in nature, maybe even taking a nature trek, someone going along those like Pacific Coast trails, I don't know if that's even the right name for it, the Appalachian Trail, exploring national parks or hiking trails in your area or going on a trip and doing so. You guys are getting out, you're exploring, you're seeing what this world has to offer, and you are here for it. It feels very fun and exciting. But dolphins here are an animal of higher consciousness. Many think that they are an animal that was seeded from the planet of Sirius. So you may have a really strong tie to dolphins or animals or the ocean. I see someone like crying with a box of tissues watching that Seaspiracy. I myself have not watched that yet on Netflix, but I hear it's really a good one to really open your eyes about what's going on in the oceans. Again, haven't watched it, so I can't confirm or deny, but use your own intuition and discretion. But to me, dolphins are all about family and speaking. You know, they have their sonar, just kind of like whales do. The sound the dolphin makes is kind of like a vibration in the water. So it's almost like you are having unspoken communication with people you love, telepathic communication. Maybe you feel you need to call someone because they're having a bad day, and then you find out just the same, like, yes, I called my mom and she was crying, and I was like, wow, I had this overwhelming need to call you, and now you're crying, oh my gosh, what's going on? And you just kind of feel maybe she's stressed out about something. It's nothing too crazy or major, but just trusting your intuition, because you're getting intuitive hits and downloads from your own higher self to really make you more connected to those around you and to the natural world. And with this treat, I think family is going to be very important for you this summer, or just maybe even exploring your family tree, doing some DNA tracking or lineage about where you come from, who you are on a like energetic level. It could be like you exploring your star ancestors, your roots as far as a star seed thing goes, or even your actual human DNA, your human ancestry, and even past lives. Maybe you're discovering things about past lives. But I think animals are going to play a very important role for you this summer, especially any pets that you have. Hold them near and dear to you and just really cherish your time with them, because Spirit's showing me, you know, they call dog man's best friend, but yet they're only with us from anywhere from, you know, depending on the breed, 8 to maybe 16, 20 if you're super lucky, but like that's such a blink in the long term span of a human life that we just have our pets with us for a very short time in the grand scheme of life. So cherishing every moment you have with your pets, or if you're thinking of getting a pet, maybe this is going to be the time to do it, this time of summer 2021. But just loving and really having gratitude for those pets in your life, not just dogs, but all pets. All pets are welcome and included here. We also have this beautiful blue flower, which is a 5-petal flower with a diamond in the middle. Well, it's not a real diamond, it's just a little fake diamond. But to me, I'm really reading this as that throat chakra energy, really opening up and making changes to the way you're communicating. Communicating in ways that are more natural, and natural, not like, oh, it's a natural way, but like natural to your soul. They feel better to your soul. They're not so mainstream. Maybe you are speaking more out about your own spirituality or our human path here in existence on this planet. Maybe you're even speaking out against injustices. We did pick that up in one of the piles. Just speaking your truth all ways around. But also flowers, to me, I just heard stop and smell the flowers, stop and smell the roses. So get out in nature and smell the natural, beautiful smells and scents of nature, especially if you live in a very polluted area where it's just almost toxic to just be in the house all the time or in your city. Get out in nature where you can really get that pure oxygen from those trees and really smell. Like, one of my favorite things to do in the summer, spring, summer, and even fall, is to go on walks where there are ponderosa pine trees, and there are plenty of them here in my area in Montana. But the natural cologne or fragrance that these trees give off is intoxicating. It is heavenly. It is probably one of the best smells I've ever smelled in my life. And I love me a good rainstorm, so to me it almost maybe even trumps the smell of rain and the earth after the rain. I mean, they're real tied, real close. The smell of that natural warm scent of ponderosa pine, very, very rugged, musky, beautiful scent of those. Oh, I could just die talking about it. It's so glorious. So maybe there's a natural scent of maybe even the ocean, the earth after it rains. These scents are very important to you guys this summer especially, but I think just your whole life you've really, you know, even the smell of fresh cut grass or something. Natural scents, natural cleaning supplies, using natural cleaning supplies and essential oils to clean your home or to, you know, have your home smelling really well. These are all standing out to me for the summer of 2021. So I hope that resonated for you. Group C, you will have to let me know below what combination of pile and option you chose, just so we can get a read on who chose what and if there's any trends happening. It's always fun to see what's going on with that. And I also always love to hear from you anyway. Any stories you want to share or comments are always greatly appreciated. I love your exchange of energy here, but you will have to let me know below what you thought. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I go live doing readings for you guys 3 days a week over there. Check you later. Bye.